What is up, guys, and happy Wednesday. I wanted to jump on here and talk to you guys about some of the social pressure that comes from being on a diet. A lot of times pressure and outside feedback that's not always supportive can be your number one reason for stopping your diet or stopping your progress. So I thought I would jump on here and tell you guys the 4 typical social pressures and sayings that come along with being on a diet. Number 1, you're missing out. So you feel like you're missing out on all the yummy food, and the people around you who maybe aren't on a specific diet or don't have a goal are enjoying all these yummy foods, and you feel like you're missing out. So, number 2, you're being too hard on yourself. Life is meant to be enjoyed. That's my favorite cliche one. So, number 3 would be feeling unsatisfied with the healthy meal you're eating. And number 4 would be my favorite, the eye roll. So maybe you're on a diet or you have a fitness goal or you're eating a certain way and you're getting eye rolls or just negative comments from friends, family, or your significant other. So I have 4 answers to those 4 problems that will shut those diet haters down real quick. So here's number 1. Those unhealthy foods aren't going anywhere. So maybe you're gonna miss out on cheesecake at your grandma's birthday. Great thing about that is next year on your grandma's birthday, cheesecake will still be there, so you could have it then. It's not like because you're going through this temporary stage of sacrifice that you'll never be able to have these foods ever again. They'll always be here, trust me. Unhealthy foods will never freaking stop being made. But if you feel like you're missing out on these unhealthy foods, really try to think about it. Let's keep the example of cheesecake. After you eat a big piece of cheesecake, you're not really gonna feel good. You're not gonna feel energized. It's probably gonna digest poorly if you're someone that doesn't do well with artificial sweeteners or dairy or gluten or processed food in general. It's probably not going to really digest well, and you could end up being really tired, fatigued, lazy, or my favorite, bloated. And nobody wants to have fun when they're super bloated and gassy, so you might not be missing out on anything worth having at all. So think about it that way. Number 2 is you're being too hard on yourself, or life is meant to be enjoyed. That comes from the view that discipline and practicing self-discipline is a bad thing or a punishment. Discipline and practicing it is not a bad thing. It's not a form of self-hate. It's a form of self-love. What people have done to the word discipline and how parents have used it to punish kids, that makes it seem like discipline is a bad thing or it's not an act of self-love. It is. Practicing discipline helps you sacrifice things in the short term, and those little bits of short-term like happiness, feelings of satisfaction for a long-term goal that will bring you this inner like satisfaction and inner joy that those things won't. So say like smoking cigarettes or drinking. When you go without those things, you're practicing discipline and not doing them. So maybe you have like a habit to smoke cigarettes. You have to be disciplined in practicing not smoking cigarettes. That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. And because you choose to not eat unhealthy foods or processed foods, or choose foods that are good for you versus foods that are cheaper or quickly available, that's not a bad thing. And that's not like not enjoying life. That's actually enjoying life and putting your health and yourself first. That is the definition of enjoying life, or like you're being too hard on yourself. You're not. So for number 3, maybe you're feeling unsatisfied with the healthy foods you're eating. That would just come from not incorporating all the healthy foods you should be eating. So, for example, if you're craving sugar all the time and not feeling satisfied with your food, like maybe you're having steak and veggies and maybe a potato after your workout, and you're just craving this crazy sugar all the time, it could be coming from lack of vitamin C, lack of vitamin D, and lack of some of the micronutrients and minerals that we get from fruit. So you are most likely, if you're craving sugar all the time, like I know I went through a stage during the winter where I could not stop craving and also was eating candy because I was really craving sugar and vitamins that come naturally from fruit. So you're not actually craving the sugary things, and if you're unsatisfied with your meals in front of you, it's just because you're not incorporating and being creative with the healthy natural foods that come from Earth, which is what we're all actually supposed to be eating. Humans just got super creative and super smart and just started creating fake food so they could make money off of it, but we're actually not supposed to be eating that. So number 4 would be handling the eye roll. You're on a diet, you're eating healthy, you're going to the gym. How to just shut down that right away is to tone it out. Don't listen to it. You know why you're doing what you're doing. You know why you're sticking to a healthy goal. Maybe you have like some vision of like how your confidence will change or how your body will look if you like really stick to this fitness goal and you're trying really hard and you're just having unsupportive people around you. Either you're influencing the people around you or they're influencing you. So pick which one is healthier and go with that. And that's just in general. Either you're gonna not drink and be like the good like example of like you can have fun without drinking, or you're gonna fall under the pressures of drinking and get drunk and abuse alcohol. You know, it's either one. Either you're gonna be influenced or you're gonna do the influencing. So if you're eating really healthy foods and someone who doesn't care about that and is around you, is just rolling their eyes and doesn't care, tell them why you're doing it and tell them how passionate you are about it and that they're not being supportive. And it doesn't matter if it's your boyfriend or your family or your mom or your dad or your brothers, sisters, friends, doesn't matter who it is. Tell them like, I have a goal and you're not being supportive, and I don't know if you know that you're not being supportive or not. Maybe you're not intentionally doing it, but you're not supporting me on the thing that's really important to me and it's making me sad. And be super vulnerable and just tell them, because they might not even know. Maybe they think they're just being funny or your best friend is just joking around, but if she's really getting in the way of you reaching your goals, which will bring you this internal happiness and feeling of like accomplishment and all those other things that come with sticking to a goal and really reaching it, let them know. They might not even know. So, and if it's a boyfriend that's not being supportive, break the fuck up with him. Alright? Life is too short to be with someone who encourages you to be overweight and not happy. Alright? I'm just gonna say that. Jeez Louise, like, just freaking break up with the person. If they're not gonna freaking support you and your diet, you looking good and you feeling good, then maybe they don't really care about you. Just a thought. If someone loves you, they will support you. If they're unintentionally not supporting you, that's one thing. And you can let them know in a very vulnerable, honest, nice, loving way. You can do that. It's very possible. But if they're just not supporting you because they just are jealous or they don't want you to be happy because they're scared that if you're happy without them, that like you won't need them, that's not the kind of person you want around. So anyways guys, I hope this was helpful to you on your diet right now or your fitness journey, wherever you are at. I hope this is helpful to you in some way in dealing with social pressures of being on a diet or following a fitness program. I love you guys. Have a great day and a great rest of the week, and I will see you in the next video.